In the quaint English village of Bakersville, we meet Heather, our protagonist. Now, Heather isn't your ordinary cake decorator. No, she's a master of marzipan and a sorceress of sugar, but her skills don't stop at crafting confectionery masterpieces. You see, Heather has a knack for solving mysteries, a sharp mind hidden beneath her sweet exterior. Bakersville, the place she calls home, is a charming hamlet brimming with bakeries and a sense of tranquility that's as warm as a freshly baked loaf. Its cobblestone streets and thatched-roof cottages are home to a bustling community of bakers, their tantalizing creations filling the air with a perpetual aroma of sweetness. It's a picturesque village where life is as smooth and delightful as the frosting on Heather's famous Victoria sponge. But, as we all know, appearances can be deceiving. Little did Heather know, her tranquil life was about to be turned upside down. As the sun sets, a chilling wind blows through Bakersville. The once quaint and peaceful village is now shrouded in an unsettling silence, a stark contrast to the usual chirpy evenings. The village's beloved librarian, a gentle soul known for his love of literature and affinity for cats, has been found lifeless in his cozy home, surrounded by his prized collection of books. The news of this tragic event reaches Heather, our cake decorator, in the most unexpected way. With a beautifully decorated cake in hand, she steps into the librarian's house, expecting to be greeted by the smell of old books and the librarian's cheerful smile. Instead, she walks into a cold, eerie silence. The police are already there, their stern faces a stark contrast to the otherwise warm and welcoming house. Heather, taken aback, puts the cake down on the side table, her heart heavy with sorrow. She watches as the police move around the room, looking for clues, their grim expressions reflecting the gravity of the situation. The villagers too are in shock, their faces pale and their eyes filled with fear. The thought of a murder in their peaceful abode is unthinkable. The police, despite their best efforts, don't seem to have a clue about what happened. The mystery deepens when they reveal that there were no signs of forced entry, and nothing was stolen. The librarian, it appears, was not a random victim, but the target of a calculated act. In the midst of all the chaos, Heather finds herself intrigued. The puzzle pieces don't seem to fit. The librarian, with his quiet and unassuming nature, had no known enemies, yet someone wanted him gone. But who and why? With her mind buzzing with questions and a mystery at hand, Heather can't help but feel intrigued. As the investigation begins, things in Bakersville aren't as sweet as they seem. Heather, our cake decorating sleuth, starts to uncover the first crumbs of suspicion. It appears that our quiet English village is home to more secrets than just the perfect Victoria sponge recipe. First on our list of suspects is the librarian's estranged brother. An outsider, he's recently returned to Bakersville after decades of absence. His motive? A long-standing family feud over an old inheritance. The brother's bitterness and his sudden reappearance in town are as hard to ignore as a raisin in a scone. Next, we have the grumpy old gardener. Known for his prickly demeanour as much as his prize-winning roses, he had a bone to pick with the librarian over a disputed property line. Did this garden variety disagreement grow into something more sinister? Finally, we have the new mysterious village resident. With no known connections to anyone in town, their presence in Bakersville is as out of place as a chocolate chip in a shortbread cookie. Yet, their elusive behaviour and proximity to the librarian's home on the night of the murder raise more than just eyebrows. Each of these individuals had access to the librarian's home and a reason to wish him ill. But as Heather sifts through the clues like flour in her cake mix, she knows that anyone could be the murderer. From the librarian's brother with his bitter grudge, to the gardener with his territorial disputes, to the enigmatic newcomer with their mysterious past. Indeed, in a village where everyone knows everyone, it's the secrets that are hardest to swallow. And as Heather is about to discover, these secrets can leave a bitter aftertaste. But she's determined to get to the bottom of this, to find justice for the librarian, and to restore peace in Bakersville. However, not everything is as clear as it seems. As we delve deeper into this mystery, The plot thickens like a custard under heat. So buckle up, my fellow mystery lovers, as we continue our journey into the heart of Bakersfield's secrets. As Heather digs deeper, she uncovers layers of hidden truths. Heather knew that to solve this mystery, she couldn't just frost over the details. She had to sift through the mess, the way one would sift flour for the perfect cake. With a heart full of resolve and a mind brimming with questions, Heather begins her own investigation. She starts with the village library, a place the victim held dear. Unraveling the threads of the librarian's life, she stumbles upon a secret as rich and dark as a chocolate ganache, a clandestine love affair. The librarian's lover becomes a new character in this unfolding mystery, adding a dash of intrigue to the mix. But the plot thickens like a custard under the heat. Heather discovers a coveted old book, kept hidden away by the librarian. This wasn't just any book, but a rare and valuable antique that could make any book collector's heart race with desire. And, as it turns out, there was indeed such a collector in the village, whose passion for books was well known. The discovery of this book adds another suspect to Heather's list, the book collector, whose desire to own the book may have led to desperate measures. Each revelation reveals new ingredients to this mystery, mixing together to form a recipe of deception. Heather comes to realize that the quiet English village she calls home is not as tranquil as it seems. Behind its charming facade, secrets are kept and truths are hidden. As Heather delves into the lives of the suspects, she finds herself kneading through their stories, searching for inconsistencies, for a hint of guilt. She knows the truth is somewhere within their tales, like a cherry hidden in a slice of cake. But the truth is often elusive, hidden beneath layers of deception. Heather knows she must continue to cut through these layers, to reveal the truth, no matter how bitter it may be. As she prepares to plunge deeper into the mystery, she realizes that this is more than just a murder investigation. This is a quest for truth, in a village where truth is the rarest commodity. Heather is determined to find the truth, no matter how bitter it might be. In the heart of our quaint English village, our cake decorator turned detective Heather is knee-deep in a mystery as rich and layered as her famous Black Forest gateau. She's found a clue that could be the missing piece of this intricate puzzle. Tucked away in the book that the librarian had been reading, a note, threatening and chilling. But who could possibly want to threaten the quiet, book-loving librarian? With a heart pounding like a mixer on full speed, Heather confronts the suspects. The village is teeming with potential culprits, from the grumpy gardener with his sharp shears to the elusive antique shop owner with her knowledge of the village's deep, dark secrets. But Heather has her eyes on one person in particular, the mysterious resident who always seems to be lurking in the shadows. The confrontation is as dramatic as a souffle's rise in the oven. The mysterious resident, cornered, reveals his secret. Yes, he had been blackmailing the librarian, but no, he is not the murderer. The village gasps collectively, a bubble of suspense popping in the air. The librarian had been hiding something worth blackmailing over. But if the blackmailer isn't the murderer, then who is? Heather's head buzzes like a swarm of bees. The pieces of the puzzle are falling into place, but the picture they're forming is darker than she anticipated. The gentle librarian, the fearful blackmailer, the murder in their peaceful village. It's a recipe more complicated than any she's ever tackled. The revelation leaves a bitter taste in everyone's mouth. The librarian had secrets. The blackmailer was a victim in his own way, and the murderer is still at large. As Heather sifts through the clues and the lies, she's determined to uncover the truth. Sometimes the truth is more shocking than the lie. In the quest for truth, Heather stumbles upon an unexpected alibi. As she sifts through the crumbs of her investigation, Heather finds herself back at the bakery, the smell of fresh dough and icing wafting through the air. She realizes that the timeline of the murder has a sweet twist. She recalls the exact time she was frosting a 3-tiered vanilla cake, a special order for the village fair. As she worked, she chatted with the gardener and the brother of the victim who had stopped by for their usual afternoon tea and scones. The memory is clear, vivid, and most importantly, time-stamped. The significance of these details dawn on her. The time of death, established by the coroner, coincides with the moment Heather was intricately piping roses onto the cake. She remembers the gardener and the brother caught up in a lively debate over the best rose variety for the upcoming flower show, their voices filling the bakery. They were there with her at the crucial moment. This realization bakes a solid alibi for the two men, clearing them of suspicion. The brother, who was embroiled in a property dispute with the victim, and the gardener, who was rumored to have been cut out of the victim's will, were now out of the frame. Heather's cake decorating provided them with an ironclad alibi, as sweet and solid as the marzipan roses she'd crafted that day. But if they didn't commit the crime, then who did? The list of suspects just got shorter, but the mystery has deepened. Heather, armed with her new information, knows she's closer than ever to cracking this case. The truth, she believes, is just a slice away. With more questions than answers, Heather knows she's close to solving the mystery. She's kneading the dough of truth, baking the alibi, and soon she'll serve up justice one slice at a time. In the end, the truth always comes out just like a perfectly baked cake. Our cake decorator turned detective Heather finally confronts the librarian's lover. The air is thick with tension and the taste of betrayal. In a dramatic turn of events, the lover confesses, the guilt too heavy to bear. The seed of jealousy had grown into a deadly plant of despair. The murder weapon? A rare poison sourced from a plant the lover had gifted the librarian, a token of love turned lethal. Heather, in all her wisdom, had pieced together the crumbs of this puzzling mystery. She had sliced through the deception, the icing of lies, and the baked alibi, revealing the raw truth hidden beneath. The lover had hoped to get away with murder, but Heather's keen eye and sharp mind left no room for escape. And so Heather proves once again that no mystery is too complex for her to solve. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, comment and subscribe to this channel for more stories.